my question is while Real Madrid stand as favorites, but we also have PSG in the race, so who are aiming to win their first UCL trophy. So can you tell us if they possess enough artillery to bring home the trophy?
Yeah, I think there is. PSG. Barcola was impressive for me, and in the games that we've seen in the quarter final. Came on at half time in the first leg, started in the second leg, and obviously won the penalty with his pace and his trickery. And Mbappe, we don't need to speak any more highly of him. Everybody knows of his capabilities. A match winner in his own right whenever he wants. The pace he has, the numbers he's produced this season. I think it's 43 goals in 43 appearances. You don't really see much better than that anywhere. Dembele's hit form at the right time. We talked about a few games ago, is PSG a little bit of a one-man team, and they were until the form of Barcola and Dembele, and then all of a sudden you've got Wittner scoring goals from midfield. Has been fantastic as well. Fabian Ruiz is a consistent attacker from midfield, and all of a sudden they look capable. They certainly are, and you can never say a team with Mbappe, could be capable regardless of the rest of the players, but with that mix of the players I've just mentioned, they're certainly capable. It's going to be a tight one for sure. Who knows? But it would be a fairy tale final, I think, for PSG and Real Madrid. Certainly for the journalists, because you've obviously got Mbappe that looks likely and that he's going to sign for Real Madrid, and he's going to be facing his former employees in the final at Wembley if they both get to the final. So it could be a journalist's fairy tale.
I have a follow-up question on the same. Since you mentioned Mbappe's transfer to Madrid, which is speculated. So what are your thoughts on this transfer, and up to what extent it impacts the team, especially during this stage when they're facing business end of the UCL tournament?
I just think, obviously, if you look at Mbappe, there's very, very few places he can go. Manchester City possibly, obviously, with all their rumours or whatever you want to call it, links with financial fair play. Maybe even Manchester City couldn't afford him. There's very few teams in the world that can afford Mbappe. We know how much he's going to cost. We know how much he demands wages rise. We know how much he demands image rights from shirts and sales, and the overall package is again, like I say, to repeat myself, there's very few places he can go. Probably Real Madrid was the only place he could go rather than stay at PSG because, he's tough to afford. But regards making a difference, I think because this competition is so prestigious, because every player in the world who plays in it wants to win it, I don't think it'll make any difference. If you're Mbappe and you go into Real Madrid, you're going to do everything you can to win it because you may not ever make a final. It's tough to make finals. We see, in my opinion, the best team in the world, Manchester City, win it last year. And this year they don't make the final because it's so hard to get to finals. So you give your all regardless of who you are, who you're playing for, the history, where somebody's going, where somebody's not going. It's such an honour to win it that you'll always get maximum outputs and maximum performances. So for me, they'll do everything they can to win it, either side, if they are to get to the final.